Hello students, this is Mrs. Patricia with an introduction for your constructing activity part of your character development lesson, Respect. The goal for this session is to start making the middle section of our selfie square. So we're going to be doing this by selecting fabrics and trims to show how we would look in fabric. Before we get started, I want you to remind you about when we're selecting the fabrics, about our learning objective for character development is to show kindness to each other and to respect, that's right, respect others because we may be different from them. Okay, so I'm going to be demonstrating how to put one together, but you are going to be creative in selecting all your fabrics and all your trims that you want to make to show how you will look in fabric. But let's go over some craft terms. We first want to talk about fabric. Fabric, remember, is the cloth that we're going to be making our selfie square from. Scissors are what we're going to use to cut our fabric and our trims with. And I recommend the students use some child-proof scissors. Trims, another term is trims. Trims are going to be the things that are attached to the fabric. We have trims such as yarn, ribbon, buttons, wiggly eyes, little eyes that just wiggle when they move. We have some gems as well. And we have embroidery thread. Also, last thing is we're going to be using glue. Glue is the adhesive that's going to put all these things together. So don't worry about it. I know you're going to create something that's awesome. So let's begin. We're going to start with an 8-inch by 8-inch fabric square, the cloth that we're going to be placing our selfie square on. Now, from your selection of fabric pieces that you have, you can select anything that you like, and you can select a shape for your face. If you don't see a shape that you like, create a shape that you like, that you want to show the shape of your face. Now, with our glue, we're going to start with gluing the back of the shape that we have for our face. And we're going to place the glue side down into the center of our fabric square. And then with a pencil, I like to make 3 marks, one at the top and one at both sides on each side of the face. I'm going to select some yarn for the hair. I cut a piece of yarn, and what I did was I folded in half once, and then I folded in half again. Now, using the glue, I traced the line at the top that I did first with the glue, and I laid my yarn right on top of it to glue that down in space. I traced the line on the side of the face with the glue, on both sides actually of the face with the glue, and then I gently glide your yarn down to the side of the face and lay it on top of the glue on that side, and I did it for the other side as well. Now, these little loops that's here, we're going to cut them off using our scissors when we're done at the end. But for now, we're going to work with the eyes. I picked out a brown button because I have brown eyes. And I also wanted to add some fun to it. I select one of the little wiggly eyes, and I'm going to glue it into the center of the button. So I put a dot of glue on the back of the wiggly eye, and I placed it in the center of the button. And then I put 2 dots of glue onto the fabric, and I placed that button with the wiggly eye inside of it. I did that for both eyes. And here's the second one. Now with my pencil, I drew a line over top of my eye because I'm going to give myself some eyebrows. With the glue, I trace over the line that I drew for the eyebrows. I cut out 2 little strips of yarn, same color as my hair, and I placed them on top of the glue over the eye. Using my pencil again, between the eye, like a little bit low, right in the center of the eye, I made a shape of a J. And because I like to smile, I drew a shape under, right below where the mouth would go at. With my glue, I traced that shape of the J for the nose. I cut out a small piece of yarn and I laid my yarn right on top of the glue. And I did the same thing for the mouth. Traced the shape that I placed for the mouth with my big old smile. And I placed the yarn on the glue. Now I want some rosy cheeks. I put a dot of glue on both sides where the cheek area will go. And I picked out 2 pink little buttons and laid them right on the spot on each side. Now, the last thing, I made 2 ribbons, 2 bows out of the ribbon that I have. I placed glue on the back of the bow and I placed it in my hair. Glued it right onto my hair. The other one, I placed that on the back too. And now, those 2 little X sections that I had, we just cut those so that the hair hangs. And, oops, this is what it looks like when it's dry. See? I'm sure you're going to create something creative to show what you look like using your fabrics and your trims and your creativity. So I'm excited. I want you, once you're done, share your selfie square with your classmates. But also, what I want you to do is to take some time and jot down in your journal your experience you had creating your fabric selfie square, showing what you would look like in fabric. Okay, and I'm sure that you've created something creatively unique and awesome. Well, thanks for listening. Bye-bye.